everyone. Welcome back. It's another First Impressions podcast Minipod straight out of quarantine. It's Maggie, and of course, the hostess with the mostest, Kristin.
Hello.
So we're back with another Minipod, and in case you didn't know who we are, First Impressions podcast is a podcast where we talk about our love for Jane Austen and give a big middle finger to all the haters. But today, we're not talking about Jane Austen. We're off the rails. Things are crazy. We're all going stir crazy. Kristin and I just need human contact. So today we are not talking about something Austen related. We are talking about a recent release in the theaters and on home on demand. Kristin, what are we talking about?
We are talking about Birds of Prey, or the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Is that the title?
Yes, that's right. Everyone's favorite DC comic character, Harley, has her due with her own movie after the disappointing Suicide Squad, of which she was one of the only bright points, played by Margot Robbie. Let's see. What do I know about Harley Quinn to provide just a tiny bit of context? Harley Quinn was not an original character in the DC comic lineup. She was actually created for the Batman cartoon that aired in the 1990s when Kristin and I, well, definitely me, were in middle school and high school. And I loved watching it. It was so great. So they invented this character, Harley Quinn, to kind of be Joker's girlfriend / sidekick. And she was so popular that DC ended up adding her to the comics and giving her her own comic line, which has also been super popular. So Margot Robbie first portrayed her in Suicide Squad, and she was fan favorite in that as well. And so here we are, Birds of Prey. Kristin, what'd you think?
I loved it. I didn't know what to expect. I wanted to see it in theaters, but I didn't make it there. I know. That's bad. I didn't know what to expect at all. I didn't see Suicide Squad. And I loved it. Actually, many people don't know this, Maggie, but Birds of Prey is a modernization of Mansfield Park.
What? Wait, let me check the calendar. It is April 7th, not April 1st. Kristin, are you okay?
Cassandra is the Fanny Price, and Harley Quinn is the Mary Crawford, and Bruce
I adore
is
you,
Edmund.
but this is a read. No, I cannot say this.
But anyway, no.
Hoodie over my head again.
I loved it. I loved so many things about it. They did I'm sure you're going to talk about this. They did a fantastic job with casting, with the diversity of the casting, with the story and the sort of emotional journey that Harleen Quinzel goes on. And I loved the Mr. J, the accent. Mr. J. Yeah, loved it.
It's even in the original cartoon, her voice is hilarious. I think that Margot Robbie, she kind of pulls it back a little bit, but it's still really good. She's got that accent.
Yeah, and they didn't hold back with color. They didn't hold back with the sets. The big fight scene at the booby trap haunted house.
So good. Everything was so good.
It was a visual
tracking. Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's like an R-rated candy shop.
Yes, it is.
Where there's a tracking shot that occurs probably within the first 20 minutes when Harley has first broken up with the Joker, and she's just kind of on a bender in a club. And I read about how they did that when it required like 3 or 4 camera passes where people just passed the camera from one to another. So it was an actual continuous shot, even though time within the shot is kind of sped up and slowed down at certain points. It's just a technological feat. This film, I thought, captured everything that's great about Harley and got rid of everything that was problematic about Suicide Squad, mainly the male gazy grossness of the way her body was portrayed. Oh, wow. But this movie had a female director. I think it had female producers, obviously strong female cast, and it was just fantastic.
I thought that all the characters felt hilariously real in a way. I mean, it was heightened reality, but everybody got their due. Even, what was it, Montoya, the name of the cop, had some like great laugh lines.
Rosie Perez. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen her. She's been on Broadway and doing stuff like that, but I haven't seen her in a film in a while, and I was so happy to see her again. She's so great.
She was a great straight man, and then she's wearing that T-shirt, which I don't know if I should spoil for people who haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, let's try not to spoil too much, but
yes.
I don't know. It was great. There's a particular extended sequence with an egg sandwich about where it's just filmed like porn, and so now I'm like, I want that egg sandwich.
I wanted that sandwich so bad, and what happened hurt my soul, my very soul.
You'll just have to watch it, you guys. But it was so every character had a great moment. I thought the villain was really effective, played by Ewan McGregor in a particularly unhinged but really fun and still scary performance. It's a really hard line to walk with that character.
Wow. I didn't know he was in this movie, and I was watching the movie, and because of his mannerisms and his like portrayal and everything, I was staring at him, and I finally was like, "Is that Ewan McGregor?"
Yeah.
And Kevin was like, "You may know him as Frank Churchill."
Oh my God, Kristin! You are no longer allowed to host this podcast. Are you serious?
No.
See, I think it was almost, he had that like kind of Moulin Rouge-y insanity that Baz Luhrmann had with him.
Yes, and by the way, now he has been in 2 different movies where a woman performs "Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend."
I picked on that too. I thought that was so fun. I expected him to start. I mean, he sung in like all these other movies. I thought for sure he was gonna start doing singing. He sings with his teeth a lot. I don't know if anyone else. Yeah, I think the stakes were high in this. It was creepy, and there was like enough misogyny to be like, yep, this is how that would go. But also like the ladies kind of get their own in the end. And it was just overall super satisfying and great soundtrack, amazing costumes.
Yeah, just a fun, I mean, were you thinking you wanted to talk about it as just like a fun confection, or was there something deeper that you really wanted to delve into?
I think it is a fun confection. I'm sure you could delve into the thematic themes. What the hell? I don't know what I'm saying. You could delve into the themes, especially like I was saying, the misogyny and women, you know, in how women are treated in the world and in their workplaces, even though some of these workplaces are a little crazy and
not realistic.
Not realistic, but it was just a celebration of Harley Quinn as a character. And honestly, a lot of these characters, like Huntress, a lot of these kind of classic DC characters, and it doesn't take itself seriously. There's a lot of jokes, especially with the Huntress, where she's like, "They call me." And she's practicing how she's going to say her little catchphrase. It's super dark. Like there's mass murder and torture and things like that, but they still have jokes.
A lot of the women in this movie come into their own career-wise or confidence-wise or whatever, with them being emotionally subjugated or pushed aside. Yeah. And by the end, they've become self-actualized and they're doing what they want to do. They've joined, some of them have joined forces, and Harley Quinn, as it says in the title, has been in a way emancipated from. And, the other powerful thing is that while the Joker was constantly referenced, because this is Harley Quinn's sort of, context that she's trapped in, he never appears.
Thank God, because also Jared Leto as the Joker in Suicide Squad was not good.
Oh, no.
It was, it works very well not having him appear, but I think that decision was probably made when they were like, this is a part of that, which did not work. So I don't know if you want to watch Suicide Squad, Kristin. It's a hot mess.
I heard it was a hot mess.
I own it. Because I watched it at one of my birthday parties with a bunch of my friends when I was drunk. I don't know. Like, it's one of those movies where if it's on TV or whatever, I watch it, but it's not good. And the few things that are good in it are Will Smith and Margot Robbie as their characters, respectively. But it's a hot mess. You don't need to watch it to watch Birds of Prey. So if you haven't seen it, don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
No, Birds of Prey stands on its own. But why is it called Birds of Prey? I know why at the end they explain it.
Right. that is a reference to, from the comics, a group of the ladies that get together. In fact, let me Google it because I know enough about the stuff about Harley Quinn I was saying. I just kind of knew. But let me go to Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure that, comics team up groups all the time.
Yeah.
DC Comics series of the same name. Okay. So Birds of Prey is the name of a superhero team featured in several American comic book series published by DC Comics. The book's premise originated as a partnership between Black Canary and Barbara Gordon, who'd adopted the codename Oracle, but was expanded to include additional superheroines. So it's kind of like the Justice League or the Avengers, but it was made up of all DC women, and I would say kind of second tier level heroes. So it's not going to be like Wonder Woman, right?
Oh, sure.
She's in the Justice League. It's Oracle was not in this movie. Oracle is very cool. She is played by Barbara Gordon, who is the daughter of Chief Gordon in the Batman comics, and she actually is in a wheelchair. She is a disabled character, but she's like the eye in the sky for other characters. Like she's the computer whiz who
Professor X.
Yeah, feeds them all their information. But she's very cool. But basically, it's called Birds of Prey because Black Canary and Oracle. It was kind of like birds.
Oh, sure. Explain something else to me real quick, though. So there's mutants in the DC Comics world?
Yeah. So that is something I think that the movies have done. So because they're trying to, so X-Men is a Marvel property, right? So some of your Marvel characters have powers like Thor because he's an alien, or the Hulk because of the gamma radiation. But you also have all the mutants from X-Men. I think calling powers by saying it's a mutation is something that kind of the DC movies have started doing. What's the reference in Birds of Prey to that, by the way? I don't remember it.
There isn't. I was just shocked that Black Canary had I don't want to spoil it, but she has a power. And I just thought that we were in like the Batman world where everybody's just a badass. You know what I mean? And
some people in DC just have powers.
I see. So
technically we would say that it was like a mutation. But I don't think that they use the word.
No, they didn't use the word mutation.
Some people just have powers.
Can I tell you something else that I really liked about the movie? While there were these sort of emotional touchstone moments, they did not make it over the top, maudlin, like mawkishly emotional. Oh, like they didn't have this this moment where it's like, I've learned so much and now I've changed, They just had this moment.
I've learned how to love and care for other people.
Yeah, that's right.
Respect women and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I feel self-actualized.
Exactly. No, they do come into their own, but there's no this one moment that we're supposed to get it. And you're like, okay, I get it. It was just like, let's go for tacos.
Yeah. And let's get tacos and margaritas at 7 a.m. And this is how we cement our friend. I don't know. I thought it was so good. What is there's at the end, there's a scene where someone, I don't want to give it away. You can edit this, Kristin, but I was just going to say, I love the part where she's talking to Huntress and she's like, it's so cool that you did that. And then Huntress, who's so socially awkward, is like, yeah, it's cool how you fight in those tight pants. Because she can't think of anything.
Yeah, it was great.
I don't know. It was just really good. Highly recommend this film. It is R-rated, so not for the kiddies, and it does have dark themes and scenes of torture and violence, but it's also just really fun.
Yeah. There are colorful explosions, and there's a gun called the fun gun that shoots glitter, and I mean, it's like fun. It's just like you're having fun the whole time. Yeah. I talked about how the villain's a difficult line to tread. Harley is a difficult character as well because she is a villain. Yes.
She's not a good person. Like, she does kill people in this. And she even kills a guy and feeds him to her pet, hyena, which is pretty dark. But you notice when she goes into the police station and is effing them up, it's non-lethal force.
Yeah.
So they're clearly drawing a distinction. Like, she will kill other bad people, but she's not going to, like, shoot up a bunch of cops.
Yeah.
We can't
have to.
Your audience can't hate Harley Quinn, basically.
Right. No, and she's the main character.
Yeah. And apparently Margot Robbie did almost all of her own stunts as well, which those fight scenes were super impressive.
The fight scenes were great. Like, I can appreciate a good, well-choreographed fight scene. I mean, like, The Rise of Skywalker, the movie everybody hates, I was just like, my mind was blown by how awesome the fight scenes are. I'm like, nerds everywhere will love this.
Did you, you might have even shared it with me, but you saw the clip where they took the last Star Wars movie, the fight scene, and they put it to I Need a Hero, right?
Yes, with Adam Driver, and it's just
so
him
good.
fighting with the lightsaber to I Need a Hero. It was viscerally good. Like, I was like all into it. I was like, yes, I need a hero. I need this man to be my hero. Yes, you shared it, and then I shared it widely. I was like, this changed me, and I didn't even know this is what I needed. It was so funny.
Made me like the movie better.
Yeah, made me want to watch the movie again.
Okay.
But anyway, I know. Oh, go ahead.
Wrapping up the Minipod, Birds of Prey. Watch it. It's available on demand because it was released, I think, in February. People kept calling it a flop. It was not a flop. It made its money and then some, and that was only its domestic take. Because of the coronavirus, however, I don't know if it opened fully overseas, which is where a lot of movies make their money. So the point is they released it immediately on demand once everyone became quarantined, probably to make some extra money on it. And so you can watch it now on your TV as a rental, and I highly recommend it.
Yes, it was good, clean fun.
Well, I don't know if it's clean fun.
It was good fun.
Definitely good fun. So 2 thumbs up from these 2 amateur reviewers.
Indeed.
Okay, how do we finish a Minipod, Kristin?
I don't know. I mean, how do we finish a Minipod, Maggie?
Should we still say our tagline, or should we come up with something new?
Catch you later.
Can you please leave in this entire awkward exchange?
Okay.
All right. Everyone, just like last time, we hope that you stay safe. We hope that you stay healthy. We hope that your whole family is okay. We're going to keep doing these little mini pods, some Austen related, some not, just to, distraction. We need it.
Thank you for your indulgence as we talk about something non-Austen related. And I guess we can say we have bored you long enough.
No, we're not ending like that.
Okay, you go then.
We have delighted you long enough.
Bye.
Bye.